Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, By and the Way He Makes Time Slower and Quote. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Before Bai came into my life, mornings were sharp-edged things. The alarm rang like a small emergency. My thoughts jumped straight into lists and deadlines, and my body moved while my mind raced ahead. Then Bai arrived, soft paws, curious eyes, and a tail that wagged as if it had nowhere urgent to be. Bai has a special talent. He doesn't stop time, and he doesn't change the clock. He simply rearranges the way moments feel. Every morning, Bai waits for me to wake up as if it's the most important event of the day. Not dramatically, no barking, no jumping. He sits near the bed, ears slightly tilted, breathing calmly. When my eyes open, he wags once, slowly, like he's saying, "Good. You're here." I used to rush past this moment. Now I don't, because Bai doesn't move until I do. And when I sit up, he places his head gently on my knee, warm and trusting. That simple weight slows my hands, my breath, my thoughts. In the kitchen, Bai follows at a respectful distance. He doesn't demand breakfast right away. Instead, he watches the kettle boil as if it's a small miracle. When I pour water into my cup, he sits beside me, tail curled around his paws, eyes half closed. The morning light finds the top of his head and turns it golden. Sometimes we do nothing together. I sip my coffee. Bai listens to the house waking up, the hum of the fridge, a bird outside, footsteps far away. These moments don't last long, but they feel wide and gentle. Time stretches, not because there's more of it, but because we're fully inside it. Bai taught me that mornings don't need to be conquered. They can be entered slowly, like a room filled with quiet kindness. Walking by is not efficient. If you're in a hurry, he is the wrong dog. Bai believes every walk is an investigation. A leaf on the ground is not just a leaf, it's a story. A lamppost holds news from the entire neighborhood. A breeze is worth stopping for. When I tug the leash gently, Bai looks back at me, not stubbornly, but thoughtfully, as if asking, "Did you see this part yet?" At first, I tried to correct him. I checked my phone. I measured distance instead of moments. But Bai refused to be rushed. So I adjusted. Now, our walks are full of pauses. We stop for no clear reason. Bai sits sometimes, simply watching people pass. Children laugh. Elderly couples move slowly, hand in hand. A delivery driver whistles. Bai's ears move gently, recording the world. There's a bench near the park where we often rest. Bai climbs up beside me, pressing his side against my leg. He sighs, a deep, satisfied sound. In those minutes, nothing is urgent. Messages can wait. Thoughts soften. One afternoon, it began to drizzle. I reached for my phone, ready to head home, but Bai stayed still. He lifted his face slightly and let the rain touch his nose. His eyes closed. He didn't look happy or excited, just present. So I stayed. We got a little wet. The world smelled cleaner. Time felt kinder. Bai doesn't know about productivity. He knows about being here. And by following him, I learned that slowing down isn't losing time. It's finally noticing it. Evenings used to be loud in my head. The day replayed itself. Things I missed. Things I should have done better. Bai noticed this before I did. When I sit on the floor after a long day, Bai comes over quietly. He doesn't bring toys. He doesn't demand attention. He simply leans against me and waits. His breathing finds a steady rhythm, and somehow, mine follows. Sometimes we sit by the window. The sky changes color slowly, and Bai watches as if he's memorizing it. When I pet his head, he closes his eyes, not sleeping, just trusting the moment. On tired days, Bai makes me laugh. He trips over his own paws. He steals socks and pretends it was an accident. He spins in a circle before lying down, every single time, as if the floor needs approval. These small acts loosen the tight knots of the day. At night, when the lights are low, Bai curls up nearby. His presence fills the room with a quiet sense of enoughness. I don't need to do more. I don't need to be more. Bai seems to say, this is already good. Through Bai, I learned that love doesn't rush. It stays. It notices. It waits. Bai doesn't own a watch, yet he taught me the most important lesson about time. Life feels longer when we live it gently. In today's world, where speed is praised and rest is often seen as weakness, Bai reminds me that slowing down is an act of care, toward ourselves and toward others. From Bai, We can learn to pause without guilt, to listen fully when someone is near us, to give attention instead of just time. Animals live in the present not because they lack ambition, but because presence is how they love. You can apply this in your own life in simple ways. Take short walks without checking your phone. Sit quietly with someone you care about, even if there's nothing to say. Let small routines, morning light, shared meals, gentle touch, be meaningful instead of rushed. Most importantly, learn from how animals trust us. They offer companionship without judgment and patience without conditions. When we slow down enough to meet them where they are, we build a relationship based on respect and kindness. By makes time slower not by changing the world, but by showing me how to live inside it better. And in that shared calm, both humans and animals find a life that feels more whole.